She did try to catch the snake, but realized this thing is pretty massive.
Oh, yep, it's a rattlesnake.
It's a rattlesnake?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right by the chicken coop.
Hello everybody, headed to Calling Cave Creek. A lady said she has a rattlesnake in her barn. She was like gathering up her horses when I was on the phone with her, like trying to get them away. So she got the horses away from the snake, but I'm headed that way now to go get that snake. She was gonna take care of it herself and get it out of there, but she said it was pretty big. So headed there now to go help her out with that. Little dogs. Parkour. There he is. Made it.
He's not as big as I thought.
Oh, he knows me. Hello, buddy. You're fine. I got you. He's a pretty big snake, though. Yeah, he's pretty big. Decent.
It's a diamondback, right?
Yep. All right. Thank you so much for watching it. No one else over here. All right, little bud. All right, got this nice, healthy Western Diamondback here. Little bud. Nice spot for you down in here. Beautiful snake. Gorgeous. So straight. Alright, see you, little bud. Have a good day. Well, that was a nice easy call to start the day off. It feels amazing out. It's only gonna be 102 today, which is pretty nice for the summer. It was like 117 last week, so this feels great. That lady was really nice. She did try to catch the snake, but realized this thing is pretty massive, and she decided to call me to come and help her, which everyone's safe, so it all worked out.
Hey everybody, I am headed out to Apache Junction right now. Marissa just sent me on a call for an unknown snake that is hiding under a brick. I don't know what that means. I don't think anybody knows what that means except for, I don't know what that means. I can't speak. I am going out to go get it, and hopefully said snake under a brick is going to be safe and happy and okay. Hey, how's it going? You see the snake still, or the area at least?
Yeah, he hasn't moved.
Okay. Okay, where's it at?
Okay, pull it out. See,
Oh, yep, it's a rattlesnake.
That's a rattlesnake?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's another one then.
Okay, here's this, by the way. That'll help you. There's an identification guide. You'll see what kinds of snakes are around, yeah. Yeah, right by the chicken coop.
So we had a smaller one yesterday.
A smaller one? It looked like that, or?
Smaller, probably about maybe 2 feet.
Okay.
Something like that.
Alrighty. Easy enough. It's like, what the heck? You woke me up. Here it is. Does it look similar?
Very similar to that one, yes.
So if it's a good enough area, and a lot of times like these cooled areas with the chicken coop and stuff, chicken coops attract rats and things because they want to eat the feed.
That's why we need them. We got the
yeah.
golf cart. it's on the second time it's been done. So
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my wife's minivan was totaled by a pack rat too. Like got inside and just ruined everything. So
Yeah, that's what we. Okay.
well, yeah, anywhere that there's rodents, if a rattlesnake recognizes an area as a place where there's a lot of rodents, he'll stick around and make it part of his thing. But I can walk around and see if I
Let's
can
go
see
around.
anybody else.
Okay, now what I did, because I had 2 yesterday I dealt with, and the other one was about 4 foot long, and I worked him over to the fence, and then I left him. Then an hour later, went out there and he was gone. So I figured he went one way or the other way.
Yeah.
The other one, rattlesnake, worked his way into here.
Okay.
We can move this, and I never saw him after that.
Okay. But you don't think it was the same one, or do you think it was?
That looks kind of like the same one.
Looks like, you see that? You see where it kind of looks like it drug? You see that little right there?
Yeah.
It almost looks like you drug like a belt or something. Yeah, that's the snake track. So it very well could have been this one using this hole and then coming and, you know, hunting here and then going back there. So
okay, so we had one the 4-footer we had. He was back up in here, and he was
the gopher snake.
I think it was a gopher snake.
Yeah.
He didn't have a rattle on it, but it was about 4 foot.
Yeah, they like eggs.
Generally, they seem to want to come in and then coil up in this area and just sit and wait for us to come in and startle my wife.
Yeah. I do that too when my wife comes home. I wait around a corner and startle her. It's awesome that you have the chickens. It's just one of those things that's kind of by association. If you have chickens and rodents and eggs and well, if you have a gopher snake, you might as well leave it and help you do some free pest control. Obviously, rattlesnakes, we don't want them around, but
yeah,
we'll,
so the
we'll
gopher
relocate
snake,
those.
I figured the gopher snake was okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it was a gopher snake.
They look like that one?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that one's very common, especially in the chicken coop scene. Sure. Okay.
Oh, we had one snake that was really cool.
Oh, yeah?
It was a pink whip.
Oh, like a coach whip. People call them red racers.
It was about 6 feet long.
Super fast, right?
Super fast.
Yeah.
I got him. So I kind of worked his way out here, and then when he broke away from this thing on here, he was gone.
Shot off, right?
He shot off. I couldn't believe how fast this thing could move.
Chicken coop rattlesnake. Let's go there. Release it. All right, so that was one of the most classic scenarios of, you know, rattlesnakes or wildlife in general taking advantage of people making perfect habitat for them. You know, the thing about here in Arizona in the desert, we do a really good job at making our living space for ourselves and our animals the most hospitable as possible. You know, we put as much shade as possible. We get water, we get humidity, all those things to kind of make a desert oasis for ourselves and for animals or chickens. And there's nothing really inherently wrong with any of that, but it's important to understand that when we do that, we are also making it more hospitable for wildlife. And it's not always the wildlife that we want on our property. Now, this guy was awesome. He was a really cool guy. And he knew the risks and he understood it for sure. And realistically, he had a good attitude about it. So all we got to do is just continually understand how we can kind of get a happy medium between making things nice for our animals and also making it less desirable for rattlesnakes. So cleaning up any of the extra debris, any wood piles, any brick piles, anything that can hide underneath, and just make it so it's all nice and free and clear for them. But at the end of the day, if you have food, water, and shelter on your property, you are going to have patrons. Yes. This is nice, these caliche caves. I just gotta make sure I can get some deep enough for a snake, because it is hot outside. But I do like this spot. When we're looking for snakes, these are the kinds of areas that we seek out for hiking for rattlesnakes in the wild. Nice wash with caliche caves and pack rat nests. We also got some of our first monsoon rain starting to trickle in, so get a little bit more activity. Man, I love this. It's just gotta find some deep stuff to let the snake go so you can kind of reorient in here. I think this is what we're gonna do. So there is a ton of insulation right here. There isn't anything I can put it in immediately to where it can be insulated from the elements. We got this shade here. We got this thick cover. Here we go. This little guy needs some help. Here we go. Little rattlesnake. There we go. That's better than a chicken coop. Yoink. If you haven't noticed, we put a lot of time in deliberation into where we release a rattlesnake. You're never gonna see us just throw it out in a hot sunny patch of dirt and let it free when there's nothing it can go in and hide to. And it's even more complicated than that, is that what we need to know is what rattlesnakes are doing right now, this time of year, at the given time of day, right? So that they can integrate easier. So what I know right now is that they are in their estivation sites right now, kind of waiting for the rain to really start. Estivation sites are deep cover where they can get cool and stay cool for long periods of time, and they kind of just hang out there for the times of the year out here in Arizona where it's just like miserable and hot and deadly for them. And they don't really go too far, except for in the nighttime or super early in the morning. They kind of wander, but they still don't go very far. And so what I need to know is what those sites look like. And how I know that is how we are endlessly out looking for rattlesnakes in the wild and studying them and figuring out what they're doing. So I can match that. So I went into that wash. I saw those like caliche caves, deep pack rat nests and things. That is where they estivate. And so that's where I'm gonna put a rattlesnake. That way it can integrate and it's not gonna cook by frantically looking for a place to estivate after being relocated. And we found that if we do that correctly, relocation works a lot of the time. So it's a lot of the older studies, Brian's talked about this a bunch, but a lot of the older studies are very much based, that are referenced when people comment, hey, I thought rattlesnake relocation is a death sentence. A lot of those studies are based off of arbitrarily chosen release sites in a bad part of the day. There needs to be just a little bit more science involved when working with wildlife, and if you don't have that information, definitely be wary of working with wildlife and just kind of hoping it all works out. So time to get off my soapbox and get to my car.